Gwen Rizika's dramatic, a game-changer in the battle for Victoria in the swirling drama of Salem, where love and betrayal dance in equal measure. A storm is brewing that promises to shake the very foundations of Days of Our Lives. The return of Gwen Rizika, portrayed with captivating intensity, is set to electrify screens starting July 7, 2025. Armed with newfound wealth and a penchant for scheming, Gwen's homecoming is not just a reunion. It's a seismic event that could alter the course of lives, particularly for Xander Kyriakis and Sarah Horton Kyriakis. As Xander fights for custody of their daughter, Victoria, Gwen's money and motives could tip the scales, either reuniting her with her former love or ensuring his heartbreak. Gwen's promise and her wealthy return. Gwen Rizika left Salem with a vow that the town would never see her again, a promise whispered in the heat of heartbreak and humiliation. Her romance with Xander Kyriakis, Paul Telfer, had crumbled under the weight of mutual mistakes, leaving her to seek solace far from the town's prying eyes. But Gwen didn't just leave, she prospered. By securing the fortune of Dmitri von Luskner, she transformed herself from a woman scorned into a force to be reckoned with. Her travels around the world were funded by this newfound wealth, each exotic destination a step toward reinventing herself. Now, as she prepares to return, Gwen is no longer the desperate figure who fled Salem. She's a woman of means, with money to burn and a score to settle. Her promise to stay away from Salem adds a layer of intrigue to her comeback. How will she navigate this self-imposed exile while stepping back into the town's drama? The answer lies in Gwen's nature. She's a schemer, a master of manipulation who thrives on bending situations to her will. Her wealth only amplifies this talent, giving her the resources to pull strings and influence outcomes. As she re-enters Salem's orbit, her money becomes a weapon, and her target appears to be the custody battle that's tearing Xander and Sarah Horton Kyriakis, Lindsay Godfrey, apart. The custody battle, Xander and Sarah's fight for Victoria. At the heart of this unfolding saga is little Victoria Kyriakis, Ailey and Paisley Kerr, the innocent child caught in a tug-of-war between her parents. Xander and Sarah's marriage, once a beacon of hope, has fractured, leaving them to battle over custody of their daughter. Xander, a man whose rough edges are softened only by his love for Victoria, is determined to secure a 50-50 split. He wants to be a constant presence in his daughter's life, to teach her the strength and resilience that define him. Sarah, equally devoted, is fighting for her own vision of Victoria's future, one where stability and safety reign supreme. Xander is no stranger to wealth himself. His financial resources could, in theory, sway a judge. Bribes are not unheard of in Salem's murky legal waters. But Xander is cautious. A man who's made his share of enemies, he knows that such a move could backfire, tarnishing his reputation and jeopardizing his chances of winning custody. The risk is too great, the stakes too high. He's chosen to fight fairly, relying on his love for Victoria and his determination to prove himself a worthy father. Enter Gwen, whose arrival coincides perfectly with this legal showdown. Her wealth, unlike Xander's, comes with no such reservations. Gwen has always played by her own rules, and her return to Salem is an opportunity to flex her financial muscle. The question is, what does she want? Revenge for a love lost, or a chance to reclaim it? Her history with Xander suggests both are possible, and her actions could either help him win Victoria, or ensure he loses everything. Gwen's motives. Revenge or reunion? Gwen's relationship with Xander was a roller coaster of passion and pain. They were drawn together by their shared flaws, two souls who understood each other's darkness. But their romance unraveled, leaving Gwen to bear the scars of betrayal and rejection. She made mistakes, yes, her schemes often backfired spectacularly, but Xander wasn't blameless. His indecision, his lingering feelings for Sarah, drove a wedge between them. Now, as Gwen returns, those wounds are still fresh, and her wealth gives her the power to act on them. One possibility is that Gwen seeks revenge. She could use her money to influence the custody battle, not to help Xander, but to destroy him. By bribing a judge to rule in Sarah's favor, Gwen could ensure that Xander loses Victoria completely. The pain of losing his daughter would be a fitting punishment for the man who broke her heart. In this scenario, Gwen's scheming nature takes center stage, her wealth a tool to exact justice on her terms. She might even justify it to herself, convincing herself that Xander deserves to suffer for his past mistakes. But there's another, more compelling possibility: Gwen wants Xander back. Her obsession with him has always simmered beneath the surface, a flame that never quite went out. By returning to Salem with her fortune, Gwen could see an opportunity to win him over, not through manipulation, but through partnership. If she uses her wealth to help Xander secure custody of Victoria, she could prove her loyalty and love. Imagine Gwen stepping in, quietly pulling strings to sway the judge in Xander's favor. The victory would bind them together, a shared triumph that rekindles their connection. Victoria, far from being a burden, could become the bridge that brings them closer, a symbol of the family they might build. In this scenario, Gwen's strategy would be twofold. First, she ensures Sarah loses custody, keeping her rival out of the picture. Sarah and Xander's history is fraught with reconciliation attempts, and Gwen knows that any shared custody arrangement could draw them closer. By securing sole custody for Xander, Gwen eliminates that risk, clearing the path for her own reunion with him. Second, she positions herself as Xander's savior, the one who stood by him when the odds were stacked against him. Later, as Xander grapples with the emotional toll of the battle, Gwen could be there to comfort him, her presence a balm for his wounds. The drama unfolds. Salem's reaction. Salem is no stranger to scandal, but Gwen's return promises to raise the stakes. The town's residents, from the Hortons to the Bradys, will have their own opinions on her motives. Some will see her as a villain, a schemer whose wealth only makes her more dangerous. Others, perhaps those who've known their own share of heartbreak, might sympathize with her desire to reclaim what she's lost. For viewers 65 and older, who've navigated their own complex relationships, Gwen's story is a reminder that love can be both a motivator and a minefield. The custody battle itself is sure to be a spectacle. Courtroom scenes will crackle with tension as Xander and Sarah lay bare their hopes and fears. Gwen's involvement, whether overt or clandestine, will add a layer of intrigue. Will she bribe the judge outright, risking exposure? Or will she work through intermediaries, her wealth a silent but powerful force? The outcome will hinge on her choices, and the fallout will ripple through Salem for months to come. A legacy of love and scheming. Gwen Rizika's return is more than a plot twist, it's a testament to the enduring power of days of our lives to weave stories that resonate. For an audience older, who value the ties of family and the lessons of the past, this storyline offers a chance to reflect on their own journeys. Gwen's wealth may give her an edge, but it's her heart, whether driven by revenge or redemption, that will shape her path. If she chooses to help Xander win custody of Victoria, she could pave the way for a reunion that heals old wounds. By ensuring Sarah's defeat, she secures her place in Xander's life, proving that in Salem, money and love are a potent combination. Is Sarah or Gwen the right match for Xander? In the dramatic and intricate world of Days of Our Lives, Xander Kyriakis, Paul Telfer, remains a character who captivates audiences. With his bold, sometimes reckless personality and a heart yearning for love beneath the tough exterior, Xander has won the affection of two remarkable women, Sarah Horton Kyriakis, Lindsay Godfrey, and Gwen Rizika. Both have their strengths, flaws, and unforgettable moments with Xander, but the question lingers: who is truly the best match for him? From my personal perspective, I'll explore the romantic journeys of Sarah and Gwen, offering my take on which woman could walk beside Xander for the long haul. Sarah Horton, a love built on sincerity. Sarah Horton embodies kindness and compassion. As a dedicated doctor, she consistently puts others' needs before her own. Her relationship with Xander has been anything but smooth, marked by misunderstandings, betrayals, and secrets that tested their trust. Yet, What makes Sarah special in Xander's eyes is her ability to forgive and her belief in the goodness within him. Sarah sees the real Xander, not just the tough man with a troubled past, but someone willing to change for love. She's helped him uncover a gentler side, especially as they built a family with their daughter, Victoria. Tender moments, like when Xander and Sarah care for their child together, highlight their compatibility. Sarah offers Xander stability, a sense of home he's always craved but rarely found. However, their relationship has its challenges. Sarah sometimes idealizes Xander, expecting him to become someone he's not fully ready to be. She's also left him in moments when he needed her most, leaving Xander feeling abandoned. This raises the question, can Sarah truly accept Xander's complex nature, or will she always push him to fit her vision of the ideal partner? Gwen Rizek. A flame of passion and complexity. Gwen Rizek, on the other hand, is a whirlwind of emotions. She entered Xander's life with boldness and a touch of recklessness, creating a relationship that was both passionate and turbulent. Gwen and Xander share a bond rooted in their similarities. Both carry scars from their pasts, mistakes that have left them judged by society. This connection drew them together, forming a unique understanding that Sarah struggles to match. Gwen doesn't shy away from Xander's darker side. She accepts his flaws, his schemes, his temper, his missteps, without demanding he change. To Gwen, Xander doesn't need to be better, he just needs to be himself. This gives Xander a sense of freedom, a space to be authentic without fear of judgment. Their shared moments, chaotic as they may be, are filled with raw emotion, as if both are living fully for each other. But Gwen has her drawbacks. Her impulsive nature and tendency to scheme often complicate matters. She's resorted to manipulation to hold on to Xander, which hurt him and eroded their trust. Moreover, Gwen doesn't offer the stability Xander needs, especially as he strives to be a good father to Victoria. Can Gwen prioritize Xander's and his daughter's needs over her own ambitions? Comparing the two paths of love. When weighing Sarah against Gwen, each brings a distinct dynamic to Xander's life. Sarah is the light, guiding Xander toward a better version of himself. She represents stability, family, and traditional values that a man like Xander might seek as he matures. But this relationship requires sacrifice, asking Xander to shed parts of himself to fit into Sarah's world. Gwen, conversely, is the fire, igniting Xander's passion and instincts. She allows him to be fully accepted, but at the cost of chaos. A relationship with Gwen is an adventure, thrilling but risky. With Gwen, Xander can be true to himself, but will he find the peace a father and mature man needs? Personal view: Sarah is the long-term choice. After reflection, I believe Sarah is the better match for Xander, especially at this stage of his life. Xander is no longer the young man driven solely by passion and adventure. He's a father, a man seeking meaning and stability. Sarah, with her genuine love and ability to build a lasting family, is the one who can walk this path with him. Their relationship, though imperfect, has shown the power of forgiveness and patience. Sarah doesn't just love Xander, she believes in his potential, something Gwen, for all her passion, hasn't fully achieved. Moreover, Victoria is an unbreakable bond between Xander and Sarah. Together, they can provide their daughter with a complete home, something Gwen's free-spirited, unpredictable nature might struggle to offer. This isn't to say Gwen has no place in Xander's story. She helped him explore profound aspects of himself, and their love, however brief, is an indelible part of his journey. But for a lasting future, Sarah offers the balance and enduring happiness Xander needs. Conclusion: a story still unfolding in the world of Days of Our Lives, nothing is certain. Xander's love for Sarah or Gwen may face more twists, moments that break or mend viewers' hearts. For now, Sarah seems the better fit to stand by Xander, not just for love but for the future he shares with his daughter. Yet Gwen, with her undeniable allure, remains a wild card, a flame that could reignite at any moment. Will Salem see a happy ending for Xander and Sarah, Or will Gwen return to change everything? Only time will tell.